So as you can see, we've now gone into the design report component of the reporting package in Field Notes version 3. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create custom templates in two ways. We're going to work off our default templates, which I will shortly show you, and I will also create a custom template off of a blank page. And we can go through the design tools component in the design report, and we can show you how that's done. The custom templates can be used over and over again in multiple production tests for specific clients, and you can have it set up to do just that. And the way we're going to start out first is we're going to go into our default templates. So you can see how I have them highlighted here under the existing templates. And if I click on the drop-down arrow, you'll see that there are a number of default templates. Now, default templates cannot be changed. However, with a name change, they can be saved as custom templates with your modifications. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the title page default template, which looks like so. So as you can see, we have Field Notes, Production Test Report, and we have a couple of design view boxes on the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the design view boxes, and we're going to go to the design tools. So as you can see, these icons here, the first one here is to add a plot to the page. If we want to add a data grid, this is an image, a text box. This is to add a line, add a frame, annotation, and a column data. So what we're going to do first here is we're going to set up our title page by making edits to this default template. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to highlight the name here. So as you can see, it's already named it Field Notes. So let's just change that to Fiquet Associates. So we're going to change that. We've changed it to Fiquet Associates. We click on our mouse button, and as you can see, the name is now changed. And the other thing you can do is you can bring in information such as your unique well identifier, formation, field, test type, so on and so forth. What we'll do is we'll just get rid of this component here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our image. We're going to bring in a corporate logo. Bringing in a corporate logo is much more user-friendly in Field Notes version 3, and you'll see in a moment what I mean. So what we'll do is we'll click on the image here box. We'll bring it down here into the corner of the title page. We'll double-click on the image, and then we go find our corporate logo. So in this case, I'm looking for the Fiquet logo. I click on the Fiquet logo. I click on Open. And as you can see, the Fiquet logo has now been added to your title page. Now, the other thing we can do here as well is we can minimize or adjust the size of the corporate logo, as you see what I'm doing right now. And the other thing I can do is I can also move it to different areas on the page. So if I don't like the bottom right-hand corner, I can bring it up to the upper right-hand corner, and so on and so forth. Now, you can also bring in additional information as well. So if I wanted to bring in an annotation, I could simply click on the annotation box, double-click on the annotations, and say I wanted to bring in my my well data. So I'll just go to my common data. So you see my well here. I just left-click on well, drag over, and drop in the annotation box. Click OK, and as you can see, that information has now been added to your title page, and that can be done for any type of page that you so choose. Now, if I want to save this as a custom template that can be used over and over again, I simply go to the template name, and I'm going to change the template name so that it gets saved as a custom template. So we're going to call this Fiquet title page. We're going to do that. We click on the Save Report Template button right here, like so. And now if I click on Custom Templates, you'll see now how that has been how that's been added to the custom template list. If I go back to the default template list and I go back to the title page, you'll see that the template has gone back to its original state and the custom template has been created. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up a blank page, like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do some more customization. So you maybe find yourself in instances where you are doing short production tests, maybe a couple of hours. The great thing about the new reporting tool in Field Notes version 3 is the ability to put multiple types of information on a single report page. So what we're going to do here is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our grid. So we're going to find our production data. So as you can see here, this is my field measurements data, and I can click OK. And I'll just drag that over like so. And then on the bottom of the page, I can bring in a plot. So I just added, I clicked on the design view to bring in my plot. So there's my plot right there. And again, I can have my production data on the top part of the design page, and I can have my plotting on the bottom. And again, I can save this as a custom template. So I can simply go into the template name, I change it, and I can call it Fiquet Table 1. I click on Save. If I go back to my custom template, you'll see how it's listed along with the other template page that I had created called Fiquet Title Page, and there it is like so. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up another blank page, and we'll bring in some annotations this time. So again, I just click on the annotations button, like so. I brought in my well data, which is on my title page, but now we'll go for different types of information. So we can bring in our client information, like so. We can bring in our testing information. We can bring in our sour gas flaring. We basically can bring in any type of information that we want. This is our meter report for our gas information. And if I click OK, you can see how all that information gets added to the page. So again, you can bring in your annotations with specific type of production testing information. You can bring in your data grid for your field measurements table. You can bring in your plotting. You can bring in an image, be it a corporate logo. And you can also bring in text boxes and so on and so forth. The other thing you can do here is you can go to grid lines, you can click on show, and you can see how the grid lines are added to your page. So there's a tremendous amount of customization that the reporting package does allow you to do, and you can create very customized reports for specific clients.